Hello students, in previous video we have learned that Indian Constitution has given various rights to the society like right to information, right to education. Even we have studied what is political maturity, right to vote, decentralization of power. Decentralization of power means power has been divided into central, state and local government. In this video, we will take an overview of social justice and equality. Social justice means all citizens are equal in the eyes of law. Justice shall not be denied to anybody on the basis of place of birth, race, caste, creed, sex, status or religion. Every individual will get what is his/her due. Social justice and equality are the important objectives of our constitution. Students, there are some people who are poor, backward or treated as inferior. We have to give them justice, opportunities so that they can also equal like everyone. They are given job opportunities, education opportunities so that there will be equality in the society. It will be helpful to establish a new society based on these two values. We are following the path laid down by our constitution to achieve this goal. To establish social justice means to remove conditions responsible for injustice. It means we have so many bad practices in our society like caste system. Unless and until we do not remove them, we cannot get social justice in society. To establish social justice, there should not be discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, language, place of birth, gender, race, property, etc. If we take an example of place of birth, it has been considered that the people who are born in Delhi, Mumbai, they are considered as superior, and the people who are born in villages, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, they are considered as inferior. It should not happen to establish social justice. Equal opportunity should be given to all the individuals to achieve development. Not only government but entire society should take efforts to establish justice and equality. Government's job is important. Because of government's policy, bad practices like untouchability were abolished. If people will follow, they will get punishment. It is important to include all sections of the society into the mainstream for democracy to be all inclusive. Democracy helps in reducing social conflicts. Let us take review of the efforts made in India in this direction. Reservation of seats is for those sections of society like poor sections of society or lower sections of society who have been denied opportunities of education and employment over a long period of time. Some seats are kept reserved for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in educational institutions and in government services. Seats are reserved for other backward classes, that is OBC as well. Students, if higher class people or government officers trouble the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes people, we have Prevention of Atrocities Act to prevent them from these people. This is an important act for establishing social justice and equality. This act prevents any injustice against the people belonging to scheduled class, caste and scheduled tribe, and any act of atrocity committed against them is liable for punishment. If people will harass or trouble SC or ST people, they will get punishment. Next point is provisions for minorities. Minorities means whose population is less than 50%. In case of religion, Hindus population is more while Muslim, Christian, these are minorities. Let us see what are the laws made for their protection. The government adopted various policies for the minorities in education and employment. They can start their schools also in their respective mediums. The Constitution has prohibited any form of discrimination on the basis of caste, race, religion, language, and region. For the protection of the rights of minorities, the Constitution has adopted various measures like equality, freedom, right against exploitation, cultural as well as educational rights. Earlier, women did not participate in any kind of activities. They were only limited to their house. After independence period, efforts were made for empowering women. Several policies have been adopted at national and international level to make them literate and to make available opportunities for their development. Many laws were passed to empower them. They are right to equal share in the property of father and husband. It means if the father has one girl and one boy, at the time of distribution of his property, both the boy and girl will get equal share in his property. Next, Dowry Prohibition Act, Act Against Sexual Harassment, and Domestic Violence Prohibition Act. Many times we can see male unnecessarily beat women. Because of this act, we can protect women. In our country, from the very beginning, women have inadequate representation in politics and political institutions. Many countries in the world have made efforts to increase representation of women. The Constitution of India empowers women by granting them equal status with men and equal political rights. As per the 73rd and 74th Amendment, 33% seats are reserved for women in local self-governing institutions and 50% seats are reserved for women in Maharashtra. In order to reduce injustice given to women, National Commission for Women has been established. Similarly, commissions were set up at the state level also. The Domestic Violence Prohibition Act underlined the need to protect the prestige and self-esteem of women. It also rejected any form of dominance and authoritarianism. It means lack of concern for the wishes or opinions for others. Inhuman practices were banned by law and traditional dominance was proved wrong, which gave strength to the women liberation movement. Due to various laws in favor of women, we can see little change in the representation of women in Lok Sabha. For this, refer page number 72. Third point, role of judiciary. Let us study in next video.